Hi everyone and welcome to Studio de Sol. My name is Lina and in today's video I'm gonna show you how I made this tulip earrings. So let's get started. Here are three colors that I'm gonna be using to create the tulips. It's gonna be yellow, red, and dark red. I've already preconditioned them. Now I'm just running them on a pasta machine on the same level of thickness. I'm going on a third or fourth level of thickness. After that, I'm shaping them into the square pieces, attaching three parts together and adding like another layer on top of that just to make it a little bit thicker. After I push the colors together, I start rolling them with the rolling pin. Folding this in half, rolling it again, flatten it a little bit, and after that I'm dividing that piece into 4 equal parts and start layering them up with a little bit of the shift of each layer. Then I'm shrinking this a little bit again, rolling it a little bit, slicing in half and attaching 2 parts together and not necessarily mirroring them. So here how the layers are looking like so far, and I just keep rolling the piece and then slicing this in half and attaching 2 parts on top of each other, and I'm going for the same process until I reach the desirable pattern. After that, I'm just cutting axes of the yellow and the dark red side just because I don't want to have a lot of those colors. I mostly want to have the red color, and I start shrinking it by slightly pushing and stretching the clay. And forming it like into the small sausage shape, slicing this in half, and here's how the pattern the colors look on the inside. And again, I noticed that I have too much of the dark red and of the yellow, so I'm just kind of scraping off a little bit on the side. After that, I'm just fixing the shape and slicing a little piece, like 1 millimeter width. And using the caulking ball and the water, I start stretching it a little bit. And I'm mostly stretching it up and down, so like lengthwise, because the petals are for the tulips and they're not as round as other petals. And here's how the petal is looking like. And now I just keep going and keep stretching those petals. And after that, I start forming the tulip flower. Then I'm forming a tiny cylinder shape in between my fingers, as a base for the flower, and I start attaching the petals on top of it one by one. Depending on the size of the flowers, you can attach as little as 3 petals and as many as 6. I was mostly going for 3 petals since my flowers are super small. And I'm attaching each petal kind of a little bit on top of another one, so they kind of overlap. And here's how it looks like. And also here, to kind of control and change the size, I'm rolling it in between my fingers, and as I'm going up, I can kind of shrink the size of the flower, and if I leave it as it is, it's gonna be a bigger flower. And I'm just putting this on the side and keep doing the same procedure. I have like a little cylinder center shape, and on top of that, I'm attaching the petals. Here's how my flowers are looking like, and when I have enough, I start attaching them to the hoops. And even though the size of the petals were the same, the flowers are still a little bit different, so I'm starting with the smallest one, attaching them to the top. Then attaching the second one. In between, I'm gonna be using green clay and shape it into the leaf shape and just attach it to kind of cover up all that excess or the stem of the flower. Here how 2 flowers are looking like so far. I could have even cut off some of that excess on the edges for like the stems because I don't need that much clay, but I decided to keep it just for the better grip. Then I start covering up those in between spaces with the green clay. Here how it looks like so far. And here I forgot to cover it like the very front side of the second flower, so I just cut out a little leaf and just tuck it in. So far I have 5 flowers. I'm adding on the 6th one, and here how it looks like. And I'm covering again all of those brown spots with the green clay. And after that, I'm proceeding with the second earring, and that one is gonna be mirroring the first one. Here's how they look like so far. And when I check all the details, see if I like everything, I'm sending them to bake for 40 to 50 minutes. I decided not to glue this design to the base. I want to see how it's gonna wear, and if I need to, I always can just add a little bit of the epoxy resin or the super glue. And this is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we see each other in the next video.